Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and unfortunately, I cannot put it off any longer. We have to go and do the radio tower dungeon. So, first and foremost, we get to hear this music the entire time, which normally wouldn't be too bad, but whenever you run into a Team Rocket's eye view, or whatever you want to call it, the music all of a sudden starts over again. You know, it goes like do-do-do-do-do as you walk in, and then you run into the trainer's eyes, and then it goes do-do-do-do-do again. Like every 30 seconds, because there are so many trainers in this place. And then the music starts over again once the battle is over. So this battle music is the only break you have from it, otherwise it's just a constantly re-looping every 30 seconds of do-do-do-do-do. It's incredibly annoying. Okay, starting again in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Just hope you like that noise for a while, because there are a lot of trainers in here, and this is a long place. It's going to take like 3 videos. Oh god! Just why this place? I hate it so much. Why do they have to put it here? I mean, I get having Team Rocket in areas or whatever, but there comes a point where it becomes too much. And this right here is too much. A 5-floor dungeon and then a basement area and then having to go through the 5-floor dungeon again, although you don't have to refight all the trainers, luckily. It's pretty bad. Okay. And here we go again. Oh god. See, like 3 seconds. Couple that with the fact that these are all rocket trainers, so therefore that they have nothing but, like, Rattata and Akins and coughing and crap like that. Zubat, how could you forget Zubat? Just, oh, so many weak Pokemon. Not only that, but they're only in their level 20s. Heracross is level 40! It is no trouble whatsoever. They're giving, like, no experience. Just 3 Rattatas right in a row. It's ridiculous. Lucky for you guys, I've sped this up. Imagine having to be me and having to play through all of this. It took forever. Okay, so basically, I really hate this place. It is definitely my least favorite dungeon / area, whatever you want to call it, in the entire game. It is just so bad. Just for those reasons. And we have to go through 3 videos of it. Oh boy, am I gonna be struggling for commentary. Okay, so I do have 2 things to talk about, real life things, because, of course, there's nothing interesting at all about this place in the slightest, just another Zubat, you know, whatever. So there's nothing interesting in this place, so I'm probably going to be vlogging for the most part, I guess, during this. Aside from a few instances or whatever, I've pretty much gotten my rant of this place out of the way, which kept me going for a good 3 or so minutes. I wasn't expecting it to take that long, but, you know, whatever. But now for the, 2 vloggy type things. And I really have to think of something else to talk about later on, because we got 2 more videos of this. Yep, just gonna throw that out there. We're gonna be here for a long time. Okay. It wouldn't be as bad if we hadn't just done the rocket hideout in the rake. In the rake? Am I doing that again? Honestly, I thought I left the Rake of Lage back in the original Let's Play of this game. But apparently it's back. Rake of Lage. Alright. Okay, but back in the Lake of Rage, or rather Mahogany Town, that's where the actual rocket hideout is. But that just makes it even worse. We just fought these guys, and yet they come up again. It was brought to my attention, though, that you can skip Chuck and... Oh, even the scientists? Oh no, okay, I thought he remade that noise. Never mind. But it was brought to my attention that you can skip Chuck and Jasmine, which makes sense, and go straight to Price. And before you do Price, you do the rocket hideout there, and then you beat him up, and then you go fight Chuck and Jasmine, and then you go get the call, and you have to come here. So that does space it out a heck of a lot better. Although, then you're doing things out of the intended order, So it's just annoying that they intended you to fight Team Rocket this many times directly in a row. You meet up with them at Slowpoke Well, right before the second gym, and then these guys disappear forever, and there's no sign of them for a very long time. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 they're coming out like, I don't know, they're just coming in rapid succession. And now all of a sudden you have to fight them 8 million times in a row before you can move on in the game. It's just so bad. At least they have this scientist guy, and my Swinub doesn't have a ground-type attack, of course. But at least they have the scientist guy that has somewhat interesting Pokemon of Magnemite. Comparatively, this thing is the holy grail of Pokemon in this area. And then it fainted. Yep. Oh well. Unfortunately, I haven't caught any new team members that I can really talk about during this section. There are no new Pokemon to catch here. It is just battling. Battling and battling. So we're gonna see a lot of Lantern and Heracross and maybe some Ariados and Meganium. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, so this aside, okay. Why do you need that? That wall over there, we're gonna open that up eventually, but we can't through this trip. But we need a keyed car to get through that, and that's our ultimate goal. But first we have to get all the way to the top, and we'll get something, and then we have to go to the basement, and then we'll get the card, and then we can go open up that wall, which will lead us to the final boss of this area, I guess you could call it. Okay, yeah, sure. We're just gonna go with that. Anyways, as we're fighting the 10 millionth poison type that we found in this place, at least Grimer is semi-interesting for this area. There was that one guy with a Muck, which is probably the most difficult Pokemon in this area. Just this place is so bad. I don't even remember how it is in the remake, so I don't know if they fixed it a little bit. I know it's still in rapid succession. You go to the Rocket Hideout, beat them, and then all of a sudden, almost immediately, you have to go fight them in the radio tower, so that kind of sucks, but I guess I'm incredibly sure that they don't have new, more interesting Pokemon. Honestly, it would really surprise me if they did, because Team Rocket has been advocating Rattata and Ekans since the beginning. So, yeah, there you go. My Pokemon are all getting really high level too, just by the way, level 40. Especially comparatively to the rest of this game, that is a super high level. Yes, I plan on rescuing the director, because apparently I have to, because nobody else can do it. You know, there's no such thing as the police? Whatever. Okay. Oh look, another Zubat, isn't that surprising? Oh man, another Zubat. Yep, I wonder if it's gonna die. It died. Or fainted, I guess. Yeah, it fainted. Big surprise, it's not like I couldn't have predicted that from happening from the other 50 ones we've beaten. Oh, another Grimer. You know, you were interesting the first couple of Rocket guys, but now you're old like all the rest of them. There are so many more evil-looking Pokemon that you could use for these guys. Like, Drowsy could show up more. Really anything. Well, not so much anything. Like Jigglypuff they really couldn't use. But there are many more Pokemon that they could use that would be interesting, like Team Rocket Trainer sends out a Steelix. It would make sense, and it would be kind of difficult. Scizor, Skarmory. Just so many Pokemon that they could possibly use, and yet they're sticking to Rattata and Ekans, among others. Oh, this guy's actually kind of interesting. He has a Porygon. Porygon's a normal type with some pretty interesting attacks, such as Conversion and Conversion 2. They really aren't that helpful, and Porygon just goes down in one hit like the rest of them. Alright, there goes that interesting Pokemon. Yet another holy grail in the Team Rocket team, I guess, and it goes down just like that. Alright. Well then, next floor. Why does a radio tower need to have like 6 floors? Also, figure out the stairs. Oh hey, we're already up to the director. Alright then. And I still haven't told either of those 2 stories that I've been meaning to tell. Well, first off, I'm going to quickly talk about this guy. This guy is especially annoying. He's actually one of the Rocket admins. Like, if you remember what I said earlier, there are actually 4 Rocket admins, 3 males that all look exactly the same, and then the 1 female. Which, people thought that there were only 2 of them, the male and the female. But then in this area, you fight the male Rocket admin 3 times, so they were like, what? Did he just, like, get new Pokemon and run to the next area, or what? No, that isn't the case. There are actually 4 of them, and in Heart Gold and Soul Silver this makes a heck of a lot more sense because they actually have different sprites. And you know, in that one at least it's better in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. If they've changed nothing else, at least that form of the radio tower is better because each of the rocket admins that you fight have more of a personality rather than just being the male rocket admin. Like, you can tell which one's the screw-up or whatever, and it makes more sense with their character, as well as you know you're fighting a different guy. Anyways, this guy has nothing but coughings, as though we haven't fought enough of those already. They could possibly explode or something, I'm sure, and that's the whole point, but they're so weak compared to my Lantern that she just takes him down immediately. Yeah, like that. Although they are starting to get kind of closer to the levels of my Pokemon, I mean 30 and 40. That's not too bad, especially with what we've been seeing recently of only like 22 or whatever. Ooh, a Weezing. This might actually be somewhat interesting. We're just gonna go ahead and surf, and can it actually survive an attack? Will it? Oh, maybe. It did not. That's only somewhat surprising. I was honestly thinking that it would actually survive because it's all evolved and stuff. But no, nothing can stand past my Lantern. And now some more coughings, you know, just for good measure. God, I've actually managed to go through an entire video of this. I'm kind of surprised. And I haven't even told any of those vlog-type stories yet. I just might save those for the next video when I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I mean, I know I repeated myself quite a bit over some things, but it's so bad. I'm really just capturing the essence of this tower, where it repeats its things. It repeats its coughings constantly, so I shall repeat my points constantly. Okay. Luckily, this is only a 12-minute video, so I guess I'm easing myself into this or something. Okay, well with that, we have completed the first section of the Radio Tower saga, I guess you could call it. And in the next part, we will explore the next section where we will hopefully find the real director, who is underground. And why does the rocket admin give us the basement key? I don't know, at least he didn't drop it on the floor and say, "Oh god, I dropped it." Well, with that ending, I'll see you all in the next one, where hopefully I will continue to not struggle for commentary. See you all then, and goodbye.